The ship was already on fire when it hit the atmosphere. Kale had seconds of control, then none. The cockpit flooded red. The hull screamed against an atmosphere he had never trained for. Below him, the ground rushed up, dark, carved with faint blue lines glowing through the fire of his descent. He didn't have time for anything. He hit. When he opened his eyes, the sky was wrong. Deep violet. 2 moons, one burnt orange, one pale white, hanging too close together. Blood ran down from above his eye. He pushed himself out of the wreck and stood. The ground beneath his boots was warm. Not from the sun, from within. Thin carved lines ran across it, precise and unnatural. When his foot touched them, they pulsed once with blue light, then went still, like the planet had noticed him and decided to wait. He looked up. Black, leafless trees stood at the edge of a clearing, their branches twisted like something that had grown in pain. Beyond them, firelight, and in that firelight, people, heads down, wrists bound in glowing bands that pulsed like a second heartbeat. They moved together in a slow, broken line, not walking, drifting, like something that used to be human. Behind them, one figure, black-robed, masked, only the eyes visible, gold, burning faintly from within. Still, watching, carrying the quiet certainty of something that had never once questioned its right to own other living things. A woman fell. Her child ran toward her, arms out, crying. The figure didn't move, didn't speak. It only looked. And the child stopped mid-step, held by nothing. Then slowly, unnaturally, pulled backward, away from his mother, back into the line, exactly where the figure wanted him. Kyle felt his stomach turn. This wasn't cruelty. Cruelty has heat. This was something colder. This was ownership. He stepped back. His boot struck a loose stone. It scraped across the ground. Startled. Too loud. The gold eyes shifted, stopped, right where Kale stood. He ran. The ruins found him before he found them, towering shapes in the dark. He slipped inside, barely seeing the opening in the floor before he fell into it. Stone steps, downward, into black. He didn't stop. At the bottom, a room. And in the room, an old man. He sat against the wall, wrists wrapped in cracked, faintly glowing restraints. His eyes were deep blue, not just color, depth, like looking into something endless, already awake, waiting, whispering. You came. The words weren't heard. They landed directly, clean, undeniable, thoughtful. 40 years. His name was Orin, and in the minutes that followed, Kale's world shifted. This was Zahal, a world where people were born connected to the energy of stars. Not belief, not myth, reality. They could feel it, use it, move through it. Then Varric came, one of their own, and he learned something no one else had. Not how to create power, how to take it. The glowing bands weren't chains, they were silencers. They didn't bind the body, they silenced the voice inside. Kale looked at Orin's wrists. Yours are broken, softly. A lifetime, Orin said quietly. And I'm out of time. His gaze shifted to Kale's hands. But yours, long pause, is only sleeping. The wall shook. Urgent. Hands on the ground, Orin said. Close your eyes. Kale obeyed, palms against stone, darkness behind his eyes. And there, something, a point of warmth, small, distant, ancient. Then a voice, his voice, but older, wider, something beyond him. Deep, resonant. Wake up. The wall exploded inward. 3 guards. Kale's eyes snapped open. His hands burned blue. He raised one arm, and something moved through him. Not fire, not light. Pressure. Focused. Immense. The guards hit the far wall and stayed there. Silence. Orin's voice. Quiet. Softly. Now he knows you're here. What followed wasn't training. It was understanding. Thoughtful. Power doesn't come from fear, Orin said. Or anger. Those burn fast, leave you empty. Inhales deeply. A breath. It comes when you stop resisting and accept. Kyle tried. Some nights it came. Some nights, nothing. Only silence. Only the weight of a broken world above him. Then one night, without trying, he raised his hand. A thread of blue left his fingers, rose upward, touched a star. For one moment, the universe moved through him. Then it was gone, and he collapsed. Orin caught him, softly. That, he said softly, is what Varric will never understand. He steals because he has nothing. You connect. You are part of it. And that cannot be taken. That same night, Varric came, alone. No guards, no noise, just presence. Calm, certain. You touch the sky, he said. Calm, certain. I can show you more. Skeptical. In exchange? Kyle asked. Smoothly. Loyalty. Kale looked at Orin. One word. Firmly. No. Kale turned back. Determined. No. Varric smiled. Slow. Certain. Coldly. Then next time, you won't have a choice. And he left. That was the moment Kale understood fear. Not the loud kind. The quiet kind. The kind that already knows the ending. 3 nights later. The village burned. Guards everywhere. And at the center, a machine. Massive. Black. Drilling into the ground. Pulling energy from the planet itself. Feeding it. Into Varric. And Kale understood. Varric wasn't powerful. Varric was empty. Everything, the chains, the guards, the system, was built around feeding one hollow man. Kale stepped into the fire. People looked up. Not hope. Not yet. But something moved in their eyes. Recognition. Varric turned. Surprised. I thought you'd run. Calm. I thought about it. Varric raised his hands. Kale closed his eyes. Not in fear. In stillness. He found the point. The warmth. The truth. And said only, resonant. I'm here. The universe answered. Not toward Varric. Into the ground. Into the roots of Zihal. Into everything that had been taken. And he gave it back. The machine shattered. The guards fell. And every line across the planet ignited. Blue-white. Alive. Every silencer broke. Varric dropped. The gold vanished from his eyes. Gone. Instantly. What remained was just a man. Old. Empty. Finished. The silence that followed was not emptiness. It was freedom. Dawn came to Zihal. Kale stood at his ship,
Almost got it
raised his
secured
hand.
here.
The light flowed easily now. Steady. Certain. Metal sealed. Circuits reconnected. A dead thing lived again. Orin stood beside him, inviting. Come with me. Orin looked at his people, softly. They need time, he said softly. Then at Kel, thoughtful. You never belonged to one place. Kale nodded, climbed in. The engine ignited. The ship rose, through violet skies, through cloud, into darkness. Below, Zihal glowed, alive again. Above, endless stars. One flickered, just once, like it knew it, like it was waiting. Kyle set his course, and the dark opened to receive him.